Cowboy fans, Cowboys Legends for Life is back with another video. Hoping that you liked the last one. I'm here to tell you this week is the so-called hate week. And isn't it strange that people say hate week? You know, I get caught up with that myself. And you don't really hate the team you're about to play. You know, because I admire Russell Wilson, and I feel that he's like one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in the league. Period. So I don't even know how they don't have him ranked at number 5, with the other 4 that's having, but a few of them having problems. But anyway, we're going to be playing Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks has always been a very good team for many years, except now that they're on the decline. They're on the decline, and so is Pete Carroll, for that matter, and his style of coaching and stuff. And so the Cowboys have to watch out for a animal that's injured in the back corner, and they become more ferocious than anybody. So I'm hoping that their defense can, clearly the Cowboys defense clearly can wrestle them up and corral them. And that being Russell Wilson. So it's going to be, they have some problems with their O-line, and even more injuries right now. And so I don't want them, I'm being honest with you, I don't want them having no mercy for Russell Wilson, not even the slightest. I mean, I'm not saying they should go out and hurt them. Like I said about Eli, I like him when he's face down. And so, but not hurt, but face down. He's better that way to me. The same thing applies to Russell Wilson. You know, I don't want him hurt. You know, he's already been hurt a little bit anyway. I think he's got some sort of strain in his leg. What do you call it? I forgot what it's called. Anyway, he's hurt a little bit. And I'm pretty sure he'll play. But Cowboys have a quarterback, always have a will to win. I don't care how he gets it done. People just want to rag on him about this or that. I don't care how he gets it done, as long as he gets it done. And this young man always had the will to win. Anyway, with that, I expect the Cowboys to really handle Seattle very well. I expect Chris Richard, knowing his team fully well and their game plan, they may have had a different defensive coordinator with a different type of style, but it's basically the same mesh under Pete Carroll. And so, but Pete Carroll, he's kind of hard to change himself, and people were criticizing him for allowing his team to get out of hand. But you know what? That's the best type of team. You want players to put their opinions in, even if they're a little angry, without trying to be disruptive to the team. I don't think they were being disruptive. They were being very critical of Pete Carroll for what he did. Everybody knows what he did in the Super Bowl against the Patriots was political. Period. And so you can't help but be angry about that. So I don't care what they say about that. That's a fact. The players had a right to voice their opinion about Pete Carroll's ability to coach that game. One of the worst calls, it's probably the worst call in Super Bowl post-game history. Super Bowl history for sure. Anyway, but the point is that the Cowboys are going into Seattle. And you know, it's strange because that was one of those games that last year the Cowboys lost to Seattle in Texas Stadium, in AT&T Stadium in Texas. And I said, this is a strange feeling to me to lose at home, you know. And I never will get used to that, ever. I don't care who's quarterback. But anyway, the Cowboys, I feel, can win this game outright. And it's not going to be no easy game, I don't think. I think the Cowboys will win maybe 20-17, maybe 20-15, between 20-15 to 20-17. But they will win. They will win it outright. And then it'll be a bit of a close game until the end. And then I think the Cowboys will just probably turn up the burners on the defensive line and just go to work. And that's what I'm going to see. And hopefully, Russell doesn't get pulled out of the game but I want the Cowboys to put him on his heels the entire time if they can. Maybe ease up in the first quarter, go at him in the second quarter, ease up in the third quarter, go at him in the fourth quarter. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he used to do long in the past. But put the pressure on him in the fourth quarter at least, especially when they're ahead. And so I think that Dak Prescott and the receiving corps are starting to feel themselves a bit, and work out their own mesh. So I think that you're going to see more I believe you're going to see more of Rico Gathers. You're going to see that because he was able to get open against his man several times. And so even though Dak missed him, you're going to see him get a chance to get open, because we got to get the tight end situation straightened out as soon as possible. Because I feel, even though if you got Bryce Butler coming back, the Cowboys' offensive situation is going to improve. It's going to improve drastically once they start establishing who is going to be somewhat of the primary receivers. I want him still throwing to 7, 6, or whatever receivers, but there's got to be a primary function. And of course, Beasley's out there. I don't know what's going to happen to T. Will, because they're talking about him being suspended. But look, it's a good thing we got Bryce Butler back, and I'm happy about that. I think Dak's more happy about that than Bryce Butler is, to tell you the truth, the way they were joking around. So, but with that, but here's the thing. The tight end situation, I'm trying to say that if they establish the tight end presence on the field properly, you're going to see the offense click so well, because that's a weapon that Dak needs. Because if he's going to throw in a short yardage, which he does, everybody calls him dink and dunk, which I prefer that he does play that game. Okay, if he's going to stay in the pocket, that's what I prefer. Okay, so. You got to get the tight ends established for that, because to me, I've gotten pretty disappointed in my pick, Blake Jarwin. He's been pretty much of a disappointment. I still like Blake Jarwin because he got speed as a tight end. He's got pretty good speed. He can get past the defender in the open field, but we don't know how good his hands are with that. If that he does connect, but I'm just telling you, we need someone like Rico Gathers. If Blake Jarwin swings someone, or I'm not even hear about Schultz. I don't know what's going on with that, but somebody need to get open in the short yardage field so that he can plant yourself so he can throw. Because we can establish that tight end, I'm telling you, everything will just click. Not just the running game. The running game is going to be what it is. I think they need to switch from protection of the quarterback more so than they would the protection of opening up the holes for the run game. You'll see that too. But getting Tavon Austin that ball in the open field, and Thompson, who looked absolutely fantastic. I'm hoping that Gallup can get going and what he needs to do, because I'm pretty sure he dropped one pass, but I think he's pretty solid. He's going to be okay, And with that, I'm telling you, it's important we establish an offensive attack, a clear plan on the field of an offensive attack against Seattle. I think this is a telltale sign of this game, what's going forward. You know what I mean? So looking forward, this game will tell a lot of things. So I'm hoping Dak can have a good game, good solid game right here. He looked pretty sharp in the game against the Giants. He did. I don't care what they tell you. The Giants' defense is absolutely fantastic. Their front seven is still good. Okay, but their fan base is upset with them. But I don't want to hear that crap about you beat the Giants. That's bullshit. Their defense always been good. All right, so Dak Prescott pretty much what he was working with had to carve him up a little bit, especially at the middle. After that big bomb. Stick to what works good for this quarterback. Okay, play action, RPOs, even the threat of going up the middle himself. Always a threat that he's going to run. So much so than anyone else is what makes that running game is going to be fucking dangerous. Because he can go left, then Zeke go right, and then vice versa. That just scares the shit out of fucking defenses. So, with that, I'll see you guys later on. I'm hoping that the Cowboys can really muster up a good fight in this game. It's going to be a hard-fought game right in that noisy-ass Seattle. But, hey, you got to be where you're at to get what you want. And the moment is now. Go Cowboys.